You are listening to the Slowly Dying Podcast with Becca.
Check yourself. Check. Week after I cried at the bowling alley.
And Bronte.
Oh my God, what have I done?
What do you mean? I haven't heard from you in months.
We talk about everything and anything.
I could tell she was frustrated just by how she was throwing the...
I'm the only one who does it the best.
And turn in every Monday for a brand new episode.
I did not know though.
What? Like, you were freaking out.
Let's get it popping.
That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, guys? It's Bronte here.
You are getting closer and closer to saying what's poppin'.
I know.
I've noticed that.
Did you see me? Like,
Yeah.
I caught myself.
What's poppin'? It's time to get poppin' back on the mic, and we are back with a relationship.
We all know we love a good relationship podcast, so we're going to keep rolling with it. It's so juicy and good.
Yeah, and I think we're just on a roll. And I think this topic is about how to add things to your relationship. And it doesn't matter if you're in a intimate relationship, a friendship,
a new relationship.
You know what I'm saying? With your family. I think it's just adding things to any type of relationship in your life.
Yeah.
Mostly relationships with maybe your significant other, but you can take these key points and
take them with you. Anywhere.
Or if you're not in a relationship, just add it to yourself. Because being single is a good thing sometimes. Check out our other episode.
I know exactly when you're just gonna add that in there.
So, all right, what's your intro
for adding to a relationship? I think one of the biggest things that I've actually learned personally, because I can be a bit stubborn in a relationship.
Yep.
Being open-minded and being open to other people's perspectives when someone's communicating to you, someone's trying to relate their feelings and their process. Like, you may not understand why they're upset. Like, you may think it's like black and white, boom, it's done. But to them, it's not. So just being open-minded and being willing to be there and offer support goes a long way.
That's like a good thought.
I don't find myself... I feel like I am emotionally invested, but I don't express it very well.
Okay.
I feel like because I've been emotionally shut off in my past, but knowing that, even saying I'm here for you, I'm here to listen when you're ready. Yeah, I want to talk to you about this. That goes so far for a relationship. So, what about you? Those
All
are
right,
my top two.
My thing is, when you're adding to a relationship, it is not about the other person. It is only about you. Because you can only control you and what you do. So I think that if you're constantly saying if you're not adding anything to the relationship, how dare you tell somebody else to add something to a relationship? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you got to make money to add to a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that people are always like, okay, so what does he bring? Well, what do you have to offer that he has to bring?
I see where you're taking this.
You know what I'm saying? So if you and I kind of said this in the last episode, why would, you can't expect somebody that has their shit together to expect somebody who doesn't have their shit together. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big takeaway. So I think the whole point of this topic is you cannot add anything to the relationship if you have not worked on yourself, sweetheart.
I see.
And there we go. Boom.
Rewind to last week's episode.
Rewind.
But no, yeah.
I think I think that's my intro.
I like that.
Yeah, in this episode, it doesn't have to be 30-something minutes. I think our last one was long because I was just, I was heated.
We were popping
and
off,
I was spitting.
And we wanted to give you guys something because the 2 weeks prior was a little weird.
I did like the episodes, though.
The rants were good. They were really good. But
feels good to be back, face to face with you, you know?
We are back, baby. But I think just knowing when to give and I feel like a relationship is all about giving, right? But giving in different ways. And when a person has, all right, I'm going to be very explicit here, and it doesn't have to be sexual all the time, but I think this is a very good point. In my relationship, it was a span of, I want to say 3 weeks or a month. I was so busy. And when I would, be with my partner or my boyfriend, I would be too tired to have sex. too tired to do literally anything. And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize for weeks.
Yeah.
Weeks. And, like, he was like, hey, like, is there anything wrong? Like, you know, like, he started to, like, self-reflect in. I had no idea.
Because you were just so, like, in your own little world because you were so busy. Yeah.
Tired, didn't feel like, you know, like, it's just that one of those months, like, you're just like, oh, my God. And then I'm like, oh, my God. In that moment, I just wanted to be like, why are you bringing this up to me right now? I'm too tired. But I had to open my mind and, like, listen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, has it really been a month? And he's like, when was the last time we had sex? And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, I think that's a good example of communication because he actually was not afraid. Like, he brought it up respectfully and he was like, hey, babe, is something wrong? Because, like, you know, he's probably thinking, oh, did I piss her off? Did I do something? But it's like, if you have that good communication with your girlfriend, wife, like whatever you are, and it goes both ways, then that's when you're able to have a strong relationship.
But my first instinct was like, I wanted to be like, I don't want to talk about this right now. But it was
so you got communication, girl.
So I'm like,
well, you were going through a lot.
Like, wait, what? And like, I'm like, you're being crazy. But I had to be like, wait, he's coming to me about this, and he's not trying to be like, why are you so busy? It's like, hey, I want you to realize.
Yeah.
Like, I have to, like, you know, it's not like I didn't want to. It's like.
But the thing is, like, you had to open up your mind and be like, okay, so this is bothering him. What's the reason? Because we all know guys like sex, like, it's obvious. And I think girls do too. But I think, like, I feel like this is, like, guys connect a lot through sex.
Yeah.
You know, and if you haven't had sex for a month, 2, 3, 4, it's like, maybe they're starting to feel like, is something wrong? You know, but also, I don't know. That's a good example.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh God, oops. You know, I'm not talking about giving sex. It's like giving your partner a chance to come up to you and be like, hey, I don't know if you're realizing this, or hey, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
And you may be still in your own world like, why are you talking to me like this? You're being ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
But he's like, no, think about the last time we did. And it's like, oh,
yeah,
you're right. And if I was just still stubborn, I would have probably went on or something like that. At that point, I'll just be pissed and not have sex with him or something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I had to put myself into check as
and
well.
It's not always easy, especially when you're stubborn. I feel like I'm the most stubborn person in the world. You really have to, like, look at your own ego and be like, okay, so this is bothering the person. Because like you said, it is about giving. It's also about taking. But if you both give more than each other take, then you're going to have a crazy ass relationship and it's going to be the best. But again, like, you know, you can't add if you keep subtracting. So if you're not adding things to your life and you're wondering why they're subtracting, you're going to end up in the negatives.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm talking like Willie. But, like, my son, like, loves math. You guys know Willie. He's 5 years old. I have some pictures of him on our social media, so check that out. But he's obsessed with math. I don't know how to get on this topic. But, and stop blaming. You know, I think when you want to add things to a relationship, stop blaming things on your partner. You know, it might be his or her fault. But, again, like, if you're worrying about yourself, like, listen, I've never been married or anything, but I think sometimes with past relationships, instead of worrying about them, maybe if I tried to focus on myself for a good month, like if I just didn't argue with them, if I just said, okay, you know what, you do what you want, I'll go focus on me, go to the gym, blah, 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 counseling. I think that maybe my mood would have been better, and then maybe I would have been able to communicate better because I improved my mood. Yeah. So then it's like a big circle, you know what I mean? But again, you have to look in the mirror and you have to do some crazy thinking and you have to open up and you have to be very vulnerable, and nobody likes to be vulnerable because apparently it's quote unquote weak, but I think it's actually strong. It's always the opposite of what you think it is, you know? And when you try it, it's like, oh wow, like, you know, cause like I'm not in a relationship now, but like I have to be vulnerable with my friends. Like if they bother me, I really have to, you know, let them know. I have to talk about it, you know, and yeah, and I think communication is key. And like you said, like he communicated and you gave him a safe space to communicate. So then, you know, but then the whole moving thing, you know, for you. So
right. So, you know, yeah, it was one of those things. It was like
it's like one of those things. But I think everything happens for a reason.
I also think too, to learn more about your partner, you know, okay, I'm gonna be dead honest.
I love it.
The last thing I want to do sometimes is go camping. Like,
wait, you talking about camping in a tent or a camper?
Like camping, like roughing it out in the woods in a tent.
Oh, hell no. No bears coming to eat me.
Like, I understand, like, the great outdoors. Like, I love going on nature walks and whatever. Camping has just never been something I want to do on my weekend off. But I will say, like, okay, say your significant other is, like, saying camping all the time. Hey, we should try it. Hey, we should try it. Hey, we should try it. Letting go of what you already know you don't like and doing it for
the other person.
Yeah. Do something for your other person, you know, and you'll learn more about your person.
Because you might not enjoy camping, but you might enjoy the time with that other person because they're so happy when they're camping that you'll be like, oh, wow, he's such a happy person. Yeah. That you forget that you're camping. I don't know if you can forget you're camping, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can make any situation a little bit more enjoyable if you already know. Like, people hate long car rides, but you know what? Some people in your relationship do.
Yeah. So, like you said, it's a give or a take, and I think, you know, and I like back to communication. If you don't communicate that you like this or you hate this or, hey babe, can we try this, and this, and they are not willing to do anything, then that just shows you, you know, because again, we're not trying to say add things to your relationship to make it better. Sometimes you might add things to your relationship and it just might not make nothing better. And then that's time for you to reevaluate.
Reevaluate?
Yeah, whatever. I can't speak. But it's time to get yourself in check because maybe that's not the relationship for you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
100%. Like, it's one of those things where, you know when you're being unfair too, when you're completely shooting down your partner's like ideas. Do something different. You know, it may not be your cup of tea. Like, add to it.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned a lot. Like, sometimes I got so like, I don't really want to.
It's all about compromise.
That's
you know, and like you said, like if you know, let's say you really didn't want to go camping. Okay, so what else? Like, can you go hiking and then maybe not go camping at night or stay on a campground? You know what I mean? There's other ways. Like, I'm not saying, okay, if your man wants to do this, and this, you have to do every single thing. Excuse me, that's not what I'm saying. But again, like, if you try something, maybe he's more willing to be like, yeah, my girl did this. And he'll probably talk about it with his friends. And then, you know, the next time you want to be like, hey, babe, let's go to this Ariana concert, and he's like, no way. But then maybe, you know, if you showed him you'll do things, then maybe he'll be like,
more willing to.
Yeah, babe, like, I'll take you. He might take you up and drop you off, but he's taking you because you got a DD. But you know what I'm saying, guys. Give and take.
Yeah, you learn a lot throughout every relationship, and I think like you said, keeping that open line of communication, because sometimes you write people off, like, even when you're in a relationship, like, you find out something new every day, even later down the line. Listen to them. They may say the wrong thing first out, and you're like, excuse me? Yeah. They might be like, oh, I don't want kids. And you completely, like, write it off, and that, like, you know what I mean? It's already ingrained in your mind. You're like, what? You don't want kids? Listen to them. Why are they saying that? Maybe because their mom could never get pregnant again or something after the first child. Like, you know, it's something that you can work towards or something like that. You know what I mean? Listen to the story and why, because that opens up. It's not like not so closed off.
Yeah.
Listen.
You're not having tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You can actually see around you. And I think a lot, like, I think I said this 5 minutes ago, is communication, but also safe communication. You can communicate and be at each other's necks and you're still communicating.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you don't have a safe space, you know, to communicate, and I'm not saying you're not going to argue, but like, if your man can't come up to you and be like, hey babe, this bothers me. Or like, you know, girls, like, we don't want to have sex because we just did 10 loads of laundry, put the kids away. We work more than our husband.
We feel awful.
Exactly. And we're tired and we have to tell our husband, like, hey, can you actually do some things? Because I work just as much as you. You know what I mean? Like, you girls know this. But it's also like, you know, if he doesn't, like, if you don't communicate that to him, you know, like, if you constantly make dinner, stop making dinner. He can eat leftovers. You know what I mean? Like, if you've communicated, I'm just using it as an example. So really safe communication is the way.
You'll really be surprised what will happen when you just speak up and when you just not bottle it in. You should want to go to your significant other, like your best friend, and be like, hey babe, I don't know if you're noticing this, or can we talk about this? Like, you'll be surprised, or you're so worried what they might think or say. And be like, hey, I just need to sit here and just listen. Don't interrupt me. I'll let you know when you can express your feelings. I just need to get this out.
And have safe sex communication. Sex is a big thing in a relationship. And I think that when that thing goes downhill, you're going to be sledding down the other hill. You know what I mean?
Boundaries are key.
Yeah, they really are. And I think if you can't have safe communication outside the bedroom, you can't have safe communication in the bedroom. And things aren't going to be perfect. You know, sometimes it's like, damn, like, he's such an asshole, or this and this. But I think maybe working on yourself and maybe opening up things that maybe you haven't tried before, and trying new things. If it doesn't work, try it a different way. Stop doing the same thing over and over and complaining about the same thing again and again if you don't try something else. There's always one goal in mind, but there might be 40 million ways to get to that goal. Doesn't make that A person or B person wrong or right. They all got to the same point, which is a better relationship. Nobody wants a shitty relationship.
No.
So.
Absolutely not.
You know another important thing?
What?
Stop telling people your business.
Yes.
Not saying you can't talk to your friends, like, if you're having an issue. But stop blasting it over Facebook. Stop blasting it over Snapchat. You know what I mean? Like, stop telling your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, your brothers, your sister, like, every little thing.
Keep something private.
Something. It's so annoying when you see those couples on Facebook and they're like, my boyfriend cheated, and then like 2 days later they get back together, and it's like every other month. And it's like, bro, like, nobody wants to know all your issues. But then the other person's going to be like, well, she's just going to put it all over Facebook, or he's going to just splat it all over to his mother-in-law.
It's so annoying.
I think that's horrible. And too many people it's like, what do your grandma say? Too many hands in the kitchen? You know what I'm saying?
You don't want too many hands in the kitchen. Or whatever that ending, like, whatever that ending code is. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we butchered that one.
I don't know, but I don't know what is going on with me about these rants and podcasts and episodes, but I've really been kind of mean on them. I feel like really I'm popping off. I think you're just
honest. Like, I mean, if anyone, it comes from a good heart.
It does.
It's all about, on a podcast, it's all about expression.
Because I can't see you guys face to face. So my tone is how I communicate. Plus I have a deep voice. But
like, and, you know, we provide rebuttals a lot of the time. Like, we're able to explain it further. It may not come off, like, heartwarming and bubbly. Like, we kind of cut the cake really, like, distinct. Like, we're like, no, like, we lay it down.
Yeah, we do. I mean, you know, and like, I know these are sensitive topics for people, especially the last episode, but it's like, if somebody has got to say it, because I wish somebody said it to me. You know, I wish somebody would have slapped the crap out of me. And my friends did try, but they're not as open as I am and very pushy.
But also you have to have an open heart to not receive and not be as sensitive to it.
Exactly. So I think, like, you know, this also comes into, you can't change people unless they want to change. So you can add things to your relationship, but that doesn't mean the other person's going to change. What it's going to do is make you happy, and hopefully the other person realizes that, becomes happy, and then you grow. That's the whole point. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, but either whether it works on the other person or it doesn't, you are still growing. And that's the whole point.
That's the tea.
Because guess what? You can be in a relationship with yourself.
Ooh.
Hey.
It's come full circle. No, we did not plan that.
We did not, but you can be in a relationship with yourself.
We have been getting
So wait. Then that means I haven't been single for 3 years because I'm in a relationship with myself.
So scratch the last episode.
Scratch it. It's all fake. I'm just joking.
We've been getting really good at this.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to go live on the radio. Could you see me? I'd be like, listen, everyone.
I think you
driving on 95.
No, I think you
wear your damn seatbelts.
You'll have calls coming in left, right, and center. Like,
they gonna know. Yeah.
It'll. You know what, guys? Yeah, I feel like
we need to do some more Dear Becca and Brontes.
Oh.
Dear
Should
Bronte.
we bring that back, guys?
We should. We check our email and see if we got any more replies.
Yeah, in our little mailbox.
My little mailbox.
Yeah, because we did put that on pause.
I'm really proud of myself that I said you can be in a relationship with yourself.
Yes. Put that on a
It's
shirt.
the best relationship ever.
I'll say put it on a shirt and let that stick. Write it on your damn wall. Do whatever you gotta do.
Yo, if it's all over my ceiling tomorrow, don't say nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else. I think I hit my bullet points, and I think I hit what I had to say, and
those are some hitters right there. So we hope that helped, guys.
just some home runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting crazy.
All right, guys, this was fun. Hope you took something away from that, or if you hated it, I hope you didn't.
Still download it because we have a lot of downloads, and then follow our social media. We're on every platform, and then Bronte has a YouTube channel. So if you just go to our YouTube channel and then hit channels, she's right there, and she vlogs like kind of like everyday life things in her moving, and she just kind of keeps it real, and it's cool to see the videos.
Yeah.
Like I know that I know you personally, but I'm sure for our fans and it's nice to see like, okay, so Bronte's like doing this and this instead of just hearing about it. Like it's different, and I did think about that for a while, but I think at this moment in my life I will not create a channel.
Your page will get popping though. You'll have a popping page when you do.
Girl. But I mean, it's just not gonna fit me and my son's lifestyle right now, but I really enjoy it. I'm wondering when the next one's gonna be.
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
so it's really cute. Her son did a little ending for me, which is so
you got to edit that.
So cute. So, and they're just like cute little videos because I always loved video editing in like school. So, but like in the past it was never the right time for me because I'm so busy, but now I have a little bit more free time and life is a bit stressful, so video editing really de-stresses. And
and it's cool to watch.
And working on this podcast and everything has been awesome. Like, I can't believe it's been over a year for us, but thank you so much, guys, for the support. Like, I think it's the last month has been our most successful month.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what? Like, people are recognizing that, like, we've had so many episodes now, so I think people are starting from 1, 2, 3. Like, they're starting from the beginning and following our journey.
And we get to see the trends, which is really cool. So when we get notified of that, that's really, really cool. So
yeah, it's really cool.
It puts a smile on our face. So which one catches it first, we'll text the other one like, hey, did you see, like, we're getting more downloads in this location now? Like, how did it reach over there? Like, it's really cool, guys. So we're just two average females.
We're two boss-ass bitches.
Two boss-ass bitches.
Nurses,
living on adrenaline rushes and trying to keep it together in life. But we do we do it with a smile, I guess. So, yeah.
Because we add things to our relationship.
We add things to our relationship, yes. Oh, we gotta stop before people have already, like, probably ended this episode. Well, guys, this was fun this week. We hope you have a great week. Started out right. Actually, this comes out just after 4th of July weekend.
It does.
Yeah. Probably on holiday. So
I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. I will be in Georgia.
Yes.
Oh, Lord, I hope I don't get arrested. I'll post some like videos. I always post like random things on our social media. I don't post like every day. I don't got time for all that. But I like, I post some things and
people like to see it.
Yeah. So.
But thank you guys for all the support. We're going to go to bed. We're tired. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.